Alright, today we're gonna try something a little crazy. I've always wanted to test this out, and I'm sure everyone else has already done it, but let's see what happens if we go to a random moon with a really low gravity. You could see that the gravity is 0.34. Alright, and we're gonna land on the sunny side of the moon. Spoiler alert, let's get off our ship. Is it just me, or sometimes when you land on the sunny side of planets, it is still dark? I mean, it's bright right now, thankfully, but sometimes when I land on sunny planets, like the sunny. Either way, let's just get to jumping. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how high we can go. And this planet is not good enough for it. Yeah, alright. We're gonna have to find a new planet. Alright, this one right nearby in the same system. We're gonna go here. The gravity is 0.15 Gs. So let's see how this one goes. And we have landed. One small leap for man. One giant leap for mankind! We're jumping here, and you can see our boost is coming back quicker than we are falling, so let's just see how this goes. Let's see how high we can go, if there's a limit, or if we'll fly into outer space, which I highly doubt, because if that would have been the case, I guarantee you there would have been a million articles and everything, videos on it already. But either way, you can get a good view of planets from doing this type of stuff too. I mean, especially, I have a sniper scope. I mean, it's not really gonna render in, of course, but like, I mean, you can see there's like a cool plateau out there. Looks like there's probably mercenaries down there. It's like just maybe a research tower over there and a thing over there. Let's see how far we can go up into the sky. We're already pretty high up, but if you're still watching the video, let me know in the comments, have you tried this already? What are some of the weird things you've tested out in Starfield? Still going up. There's a structure out there. I don't know if I noticed that before. Maybe newer stuff is rendering in, or maybe I'm just blind and not noticing stuff. I'm gonna fly to the... Is that another moon? I'm gonna fly to you. There's just random structures. We're going pretty high up. I've also never tested if, like, there is fall damage in, like, low gravity situations like this, because, like, I mean, you just kind of float gently down to the ground normally. I mean, we'll test if we take crazy damage and instantly die. Oh, wow. Look at that. So from our ship going out that way, there is just, like, a giant crater. Wow, that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is a good way to just test your surroundings. There's another crater over there. If you could see, look at all these craters that normally you wouldn't get a great view at from just being level with it on the ground. Now we're actually able to see all of these indents and stuff on the surface. Of course, a lot of other things like these structures and stuff, they're not going to be loaded in farther away. I mean, I'm sure there's probably like other structures like out here where I'm looking. It's just not loaded in because we're not close enough. But big things that are like giant features to the planet, like these, you know, craters and everything, we can see, which is pretty cool. Starting to see just more like terrain being indented and stuff out there. And then there's that giant plateau over there still. I want to see if we could eventually go high enough to look deep inside of that crater. Third person, we are really high up now. Oh yeah, baby, we're doing it. We're going up. I haven't touched mods on this game yet. I'm waiting to fully get all of the achievements and stuff, and then maybe I'll experiment with some of the mods. I've seen a lot of cool ones so far, so there are definitely a lot I want to check out and maybe show off on the channel. Who knows? All right, we're still going up. It doesn't seem like there is a limit yet, but I was gonna say I'm not really noticing myself going up, but if you look, I'm lining up the crosshairs with like the horizon of the crater, kind of like going into it, and you can see that it is going up. It is. I'm not moving at all, the crosshair, and it is floating above. So we are still going up, even though to me, just sitting here, it doesn't really seem like I'm making progress. But of course, like, I'm gonna make edits and stuff, so you guys might think otherwise. I wish I could remove the blur, because like I can't see inside of the crater with the sniper scope. That kind of sucks. Maybe there's something in the setting for it, but I mean, when I'm not in the scope, I can see into it. It looks like this is the whole area though. You can see like it doesn't, I mean, there's nothing out there. This is just like the whole area. But let's see how high up we can go and see if we could see, like, I don't know, the whole map of this area. For those of you who did not know, and I was gonna make a video on this, maybe I still will, there are like out of bounds, you cannot go this way type of things in Starfield. You wouldn't have thought it, but there actually are. Yes, you can land on any part of any planet, but there are still out of bounds areas where, just like in the other like Fallout games and whatnot, it is like you cannot continue forward in this direction. Yeah, I guess it's just to save on your like loading cache or whatever. But yeah, you can't like walk across the entire planet in one go, just like in a game like No Man's Sky, for example, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's really not that big of a deal to me. I mean, how often are you really gonna walk around an entire planet anyway? And if this is like what we're looking at right now, the full area of what you can load into in one little instance each time you like land on a certain spot of a planet, this is still pretty big, man. Like, it's a giant area. Either way though, we are still going up, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting closer to the planet, or other moon or something. I think that's a planet. Our ship is looking even smaller. Like I've said, I've wanted to try this for a really long time. Hey yo, it's D-Baller XX and I'm rapping on the track. Fallout 4 mods back then, that's where it's at. Every single intro sound the same as the last. But now we're jumping down Starfield to the moon with the pack. Yeah, check it, buddy. So I have been recording for 35 minutes right now, and there are like, you know, you could see little rocks on the ground and stuff. I'm like looking at like tiny little rocks on like the bottom right of my screen. Like, I'm kind of using them as a point of reference to see if they're going off screen when I jump, and I've been using that for a while as like just little points of references, just looking at like the bottom right of my screen to see if little rocks eventually go off screen. And I've noticed that as of however long now, I don't know how long, I've just been like scrolling on my phone, but now I've just been looking again, and like these little points of references that I'm looking at, it doesn't seem like I'm going up anymore at all. Like, it just looks like I'm kind of just maintaining the same height. It goes down, it goes back up at the same height. So I think this might be the limit, and I think I know what they might be doing here. Maybe I am completely wrong though. Let's just keep looking here as a point of reference and see. Yeah, you could see like the crosshairs. Before, it was just completely like it was going up. Now it's just maintaining the same height, and I think I know what they're doing here. So if you guys have played through the story, this is going to be a little bit of spoilers, I guess, for Starfield story, but there is a point in the story where you go back to Earth, and there is like this facility you go to, and long story short, the deeper you go underground in the facility, the gravity eventually, when you get to a certain point, it starts to change. Now, I think they did the same thing they did there actually on these planets here, where if you reach a certain height limit, it changes the gravity so that you're not like flying off of these planets like I'm trying to do. Like, I don't think that I'm able to go up any higher because there's like a gravity changing limit. I don't know. I'm sure people that are like technical with this stuff, who go in game files and stuff, they're able to tell. I'm sure there are people that know this stuff. Maybe I'm completely wrong though, and I am still going up, but I don't think so. I think that this is the height limit for at least this planet. I'm sure every single other planet is the same that has like low gravity and stuff, but yeah, I do believe that this is like the height limit. I think I'm just maintaining the same height. This is pretty high though. I mean, like, look at how high we are on some random moon. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be able to do this, man. I mean, I guess realistically, I don't know. I mean, this is just cool that you could do this in a video game, in this game or whatever. I don't know. I mean, maybe this would be realistic. Like, if you had a jetpack in real life, I'm sure, yeah, I mean, you would, I'm guessing you would fly off the planet at some point in real life, but I mean, this is crazy, dude. I don't know. I think this is really cool. Now, what we're gonna do, since I'm sure I'm at the height limit, is we are going to just, I'm not gonna be pressing spacebar anymore. Also, yeah, I like I said, I've been recording for like 35, it's 38 minutes now into the recording, but yeah, I was like zoned out. This, by the way, guys, this was one big waste of time. Like, don't do it. We're gonna see if we die though. We're gonna see if we die. Oh! All right, we have just respawned. Well, I guess that is a sign to never do that again. Yeah, that was one big waste of time. But I'm glad that I was able to find that out. Like I said, ever since I've, you know, ran around and jumped on, like, you see how you jump right here, right? And you're on a lower gravity planet. You don't come down fast at all, obviously. So you'll be in combat and like you'll be fighting, and then you shoot at people, you know, you're going up, and then you're still up in the air, and you're like, wow, I'm still going up. Wow, look at me. I'm just still boosting higher and higher. And then I always thought, like, I wonder if I could just jump off of a planet. Obviously, I knew that you couldn't or whatever, but I just wanted to see how high you can go. Is there a skybox limit? Will I hit my head on a ceiling? Will I be out of bounds, death killed or something? I wanted to test it out. I wanted to also do it on video. And yeah, it takes about around and about 30 minutes to do it with the basic boost pack. I don't know if any other boost packs would make it even easier. I know there's one that gives you like I think it's the the power boost pack that lets you like jump like super high, but that I believe requires you to like get your charge, like your charge on your boost has to be really high. So I think that just the default one for me, I believe would probably just work the best in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong though. But either way, I mean, give or take 30 minutes and you reach the skybox limit. If you want to do it on any planet that has extremely low gravity, go give it a try. If you are curious, like I shown at the beginning, you want to see what planet has low gravity, just look at the stats of the planet before landing on it. And yeah, I did it so you don't have to. Pretty cool stuff.
Extended periods in low gravity can actually suffer from health problems if they don't exercise to compensate.
I mean, I think I had a little bit of a health problem over there earlier, but yeah, all right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Oh, yeah, check it, buddy.